The life at sea, huh? Wow. Honestly, this is really cool. What the heck is that? Oh, it's monsters, aren't they? Yeah, you can see little dudes floating around. At least I think you can. Or maybe that's not what is happening out there. Huh. Whoa, it's an Elementa! Wait a minute. That's what flew by us. That's cool. Oh man, I had never... Okay, this is getting into an interesting part of the game, isn't it? Okay. Well, on that note, hey guys, it's me, Rob, and welcome back to some more Metaphor ReFantazio. Last time, the Sanctifix Church has now given us our next, why am I blanking on this? They literally gave us the next step to the tournament, and that is to acquire a divine relic. Luis has given us the task of acquiring one such relic, the Dracodios Lance. Or it's just called Dracodios. It is a dragon lance that is supposedly very powerful. To what extent, I have no idea, but we're gonna find out eventually. But here we are, sailing to said island, Virga Island, with the company of the twins as well. So, yeah, things are gonna get tense from here on out. At least for this next part of the tournament. Let's see what Basilio has to say.
Speaking of,
This is some runner your man's put together. Full of weird things, what I've heard. Full of weird things, what I've never seen before. Spends his off hours working on the runner too, does he? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Ice May, you are fishing. Been moving at such speeds, it looks like I could still catch fish. No idea how that works. Perhaps they're drawn by the runner's magla crystals. Or perhaps they're just curious. Either way, I certainly won't want for entertainment on our way to the island. That is a good point. In fact, let's do some fishing.
Oh, jeez.
Use it to cook.
Understood.
Yeah, let's pass the time.
the truth is,
Indeed. I thought I'd do some fishing, but I don't have any good bait. Do you have any that might work? I have grasshopper bait. Grasshopper bait, I see. This should bring them in for sure. Now let's do some fishing. How are you able to keep your balance? Maybe it's all the staring at the water surface, but I'm starting to feel a bit queasy. Sway with the waves. Think like a fish. I suppose I'll give it a try.
the fight is on.
Whoa, a bite! And it's a strong one, but I'm stronger. Not as many as I thought. Still, can't expect the catch of a lifetime every day. Rockaded koi and a lone boot. Nice.
Here we go.
Tension and strategy lurk beneath the surface of calm. That's what makes fishing such a beloved pastime. The results hardly matter. In fact, don't bother asking how many I've caught.
Then
Well, as much as I hate to say it, I think it's about time we call it a day. Okay.
As the sun dips below the horizon and the stars begin to reflect off the water's surface, the gauntlet runner reaches the shore. Lurking below the surface, in the black and fathomless deep, are the eager eyes of predatory hunters. But the party, safe inside their gauntlet runner, relaxes from the burdens of their voyage, gazing out over calm waters.
Ooh, how pretty. We'll arrive 3 days from now. We're being watched. Careful with what you say.
Got it.
If you think I'm going to take my eyes off you just because it's past sundown, think again. You want to try and... Ugh, I can't talk! You want to try something? Go ahead. See what happens. Count Luis won't be asking me to justify myself. We clear? Okay, okay. I admit, I was half thinking this dinky little gauntlet runner was going to sink any second. But it did a decent job running today. And out of all the candidates runners, this one's pretty fast for what it is, yeah? Not that I'd have set foot on it without Lady Juna being here. Oh, so that's your angle, huh? I see. Everybody here is imagination. Nurse.
What?
I don't anticipate any monster attacks like we'd see on land, but you never know. I'd best keep the emergency lights on just in case. Though, let's be honest, no run-of-the-mill monster could possibly capsize my sea runner. Where is that shoal? Are you sure we're near one? Because it feels like... Why are there crickets? We're out in the middle of the ocean. Okay. Guess we can hang out with Juna for the first night.
Oh my.
Oh, if it isn't Jackson. I'm so bored and I'm just not in the mood to sing. It sure would be nice to have someone to talk to. So now we have to find the Mustari tribe's divine relic. Isn't that fabulous? Calling this an absurd demand would be an understatement. But I must admit, if we can't handle this, then Luis will never acknowledge us. We absolutely must succeed.
All right.
Let's get out there and do some relic hunting. Aren't you the happy warrior? So enthusiastic in the face of long odds. I'm glad we're on the same page there. I'm just happy to have this opportunity to fight alongside you. Living under Luis's foot was a lonely place to be, you know. I've held my ground thus far, though, if I'm honest, I was scared the whole time. I had to talk to myself into keeping a stiff upper lip, so to say. But being past that, I feel more hope than I ever have. I'm not alone anymore, and I have faith that we'll save the prince.
All right.
Oh my god! Staying up late is terrible for your skin, but seeing as we're already at it, why don't we chat a bit longer?
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Oh, goodness.
Ugh, this mugginess is my worst enemies. I don't mind the ocean, but being at sea makes my hair 10 times harder to manage.
Sure.
I know exactly what you mean. Salty air makes it so much worse. Hey, Hulkenberg, what do you do with your hair at sea?
Yes.
I find that the sweat built up by swinging a weapon quickly relieves one of concern over such trifling matters. Speaking of, would you care to spar, Juna? Oh, I don't think so. I'm quite the wrong person for that, in fact. But tell you what, if I find anyone to help comb out these knots, I'll see if I can find you a sparring partner. Okay. Let's see, we have 2 more days. They say the island is barbaric. And I wonder what it'll really be like. Courage. Courage is what we need. Hey Jackson, good timing. I was about to do some maintenance on my weapons. If you got the time, why not join me? It's as refreshing for the mind as it is for our battles. Sure.
Now then.
Right. Let's have a look at your blade then.
Got it.
Naturally, it's important to sharpen one's blade, but one must take special care of its tip. The tip's more effective when facing off against armored opponents. To pierce gaps in the armor rather than slashing at them.
That being the case,
That all said, what's the most important quality of the sword for the manner of attack? I know he probably just said it, but the lightness of the blade? I'll say the lightness of the blade. That's important, yes. But the key is keeping the point thin and sharp. My father always said that, and I always think of it when doing sword maintenance.
all right.
For nobles, a sword is ornamental. Still, my father emphasized the importance of its practical use. Indeed, as a child, I was lost around a sword. Learning those lessons back then is how I can fight alongside you today. I am constantly reminded of how indebted I am to my parents.
Come look at this.
Ahoy, you lot! Ahoy! You lot aren't gonna believe the view I'm seeing outside. I'm hitting the brakes.
The gauntlet runner halts at a sandy hollow that suddenly arises from the sea. The towering seawall. It is not an island or a reef, but a mass of sand expanding below sea level. There is no sign of a water flow. There are many places in Oceania where the laws of nature fail, but here it is especially evident. The surface drops as though it were gouged out. Still, best not to be distracted by the spectacular. Monsters roam the deep, and tales of people being dragged below are not uncommon.
Ooh.
Incredible!
Wow. The sea's been split in two, and we're standing on the sea floor.
Well,
This is what Magla anomalies are capable of. It's the same principle that maintains the water sphere in Brylehaven. By Jove, this is on a whole other level entirely.
boy,
Del, are you sure about all this? This water ain't about to come down on us, is it?
Hey,
Maybe you'd better return to the runner?
nope.
No, I'm fine. Really. Someone's gotta keep an eye on you lot after all. Look, there's fish swimming in the wall of the water. I've never seen such shiny fish.
Huh?
Hulkenberg, what are you doing?
enough.
You're not thinking of spearfishing through this seawall, are you? Huh? I was merely considering how I would secure today's allotment of rations. She'd eat these weird looking fish without a second thought. I suspect that weird luminescence is a defense mechanism. It gathered together in the depths of the Let's start from the beginning. I suspect that weird luminescence is a defense mechanism. They gather together in the depths and shine to ward off predators. So weaklings that they are, they travel together in a group. Who does that remind you of? Must you sling bombs at every opportunity? It's exhausting. Besides, it's only natural for those lower on the food chain to seek advantages that compensate for weaknesses.
Huh?
I say, those shining scales would work well. Work as excellent dyes. Hulkenberg, my girl, be sure to catch some extra. I'll need a few specimens to dissect.
That is well.
As you wish. I shall catch enough that we should all dine well. I would rather you didn't. The supplies we receive in town more than meet our needs. Besides, the sky looks ominous. A storm likely approaches.
I see.
If that's the consensus, then let us head back. I feel not the least bit of regret, I assure you.
Let's go.
He's got a point. This seawall might even collapse in the rain, and I'd rather not stay to find out.
All right.
Got 4 wisdom.
Here.
And here you go, lad. A drawing of the sea well. I made sure that the glowing fish were depicted as true to life as my hand allows. Give it to Maria at a later point.
The setting sun begins to lose the light shimmer. The gauntlet runner reaches the calm surface of the reef. Yet the day draws to an end, and all are left to wonder how to spend the evening hours.
What terrible rain. It will be a storm soon enough. Can this vessel withstand it?
It's doing better than me, at least. Suppose we do owe Forden, if only because he handled that sea monster. Closure, etc.
Did we hit a rock out there or something? Back in a mo, I'll go sneak a look outside.
Those fool brothers are still abed, even in this tempest? Bloody Parapus. Almost makes one envy them.
Right, I heard. You aren't too fond of the Parapus. They both had horrible upbringings, those two. But they really do have kind hearts behind the glares. They've risked their lives for mine countless times. One time, I asked what I could do to repay them, and they came over all red-faced. We'd like to hear you sing, Lady Juna. Your voice is awful pretty, Lady Juna.
Is this a joke to you? You think an outcast Chief is in no position to speak ill of the Parapus?
What? No, I didn't mean...
Bloody hell, how does anyone sleep on this old bucket? You feel that shaking earlier? Huh? Could cut the air in here with a knife. What were you two on about?
Everyone's life stories, I suppose.
Indeed. Talking about how I dislike the Parapus.
Uh-oh.
You and the rest of the world. Or do you think you're special?
We don't have to keep dancing around it, do we, Del? Why can't we be straight with him? Just come out with it, yeah? Tell him you still ain't sure that stuff with Glottel was on the level.
If even we're suspicious, there's no way Lord Luis hasn't worked it out already. Not that it matters to me, anyway. Still, I had to make sure, see for myself whether Lady Juna is on our side or not.
Come on, you two.
Ah! Something's out there! Look outside! It's a monster! A great briny beast! Everyone to the deck, quick!
What's happening?
Our prep.
Head to the deck once you're prepared. Stroll, you better get your head in the game right now. Okay, before I go on... Let's see. You've got to be kidding me.
What is that thing?
The hell are you doing? This supposed to be you helping those in need. Right, Del!
Now! Hurry!
You alright, Del?
You realize this changes nothing. We're still...
Is that
You gotta be kidding.
Don't charge straight at it. We've got the arms. We'll clear him out of the way.
Got it. If we don't kill the thing, we're all sunk.
Don't get used to it.
Yeah! Come on over here!
Now's our chance!
We'll slice up some more of the bastard's legs, stick to the body, and take out what limbs you can. I don't know about you, but I'm not dying today. Let's get this over with.
If this keeps up, the runner's wrecked! Can we get those giant legs off us?
Wait. Oh my god. To switch out party members during battle, press L1 to access the order view, then select party. I can't believe it that you're able to swap out party members. That's awesome. Of course.
Face me!
Oh, no. Just out of curiosity.
You missed? Work on your aim, Heisme. I've got just the dance for you.
Okay. Probably not the best way for me to start out with that.
Assassin!
Can we get those giant legs off us?
Then on me, we go together. I must stay calm. Rancor!
This'll be over soon. This is just what I need. Come on, help me out.
Please allow me.
Come forth, royal soul. Scour!
Eek.
A blunder.
Let justice prevail. This will, comrades, lend me your strength.
Just out of
Give
curiosity.
it all you've got. Hulkenberg got them right in their weak spot.
Perhaps this all power of kings. No hidden art.
Get after it, love. I'll give you the performance of a... Let's do this together. I think not. Behold this power. Raging fire.
I won't hold back. A tough one.
Ow, ow, ow. My god.
If we can take out some legs, that'll mean less attacks to deal with,
Magic
right?
Knight! Not behold!
Yeah.
We stand together!
Give it all you've got. Hulkenberg got them right in their
I'll
weak
use
spot.
what I must. Some darker arts.
This'll be over soon. I call upon a royal soul. Gale! That one didn't hit. You.
Come on.
Juna, focus.
Magic Seeker!
The legs retracted. That should make things a little easier on us.
Magic
Guess now's a good time to use this. Oh, wait.
You think yourself equal? Forward.
Oh
Face
my god.
Rancor.
Don't under. This is just what I need. Burn! Stubborn, hey?
Let's put. All right, how's that?
This is looking bad.
Is that all? Magic Knight! Healing up.
My thanks. Be neither assassin. Some darker arts.
This if I can get personal space. Now for a grand maneuver. Raging fire. Sorry, my mistake.
Forward! Magic Seeker! Wind! Come on!
Badly hurt. Get her some healing. Sorry. Juna, Are you okay?
Oh, power
Look, you're
of
about to
heroes!
drop.
Much sense.
That helped.
You think yourself a sassy? Rancor!
I call upon a royal soul! No need to rush this.
Just go ahead and
Can't
use
let it
this.
go unused.
Magic Seeker! Scour!
God, this thing is ugly. Oh my.
Is that? This is nothing.
Well, I mean, everybody's up to health for the time being, so let's go ahead and do this.
Got them right in their
Let us
weak
clean
spot.
up this mess. Some darker arts.
Masked dancer.
Let's go! Win!
Almost. This should be enough.
Watch out!
Magic Knight!
I'll lend a hand myself.
There we go. Okay.
Good. 'Tis done.
36. Nice. And I'm almost maxed up too.
Nice. I feel stronger already.
I shall strive to use this power wisely.
Ah, I didn't know I had it in me.
Power can be so intoxicating.
So she's specifically agility and magic. I'll have to keep that in mind. I could probably give her the mage when she's done with dancer.
We overcame it somehow.
I can't believe this. There are still monsters out here. Forden lied. He lied to everybody.
Either he lied, or he didn't know. Maybe the humans are spreading faster than anyone expected.
Oh, first time we've seen you lot really cut loose. That sure was magic, even with no igniters. Guess that's the kind of power that kills humans. And you can do it too, Lady Juna.
Well, I picked it up from him. You know I've a knack for improvising, love. But we'd never have gotten through this without you two helping us. Thank you.
Of course, my lady.
You too, Fidelio.
Don't mention it. Wouldn't have survived otherwise.
Wait, something's amiss. I still hear water flowing, but it's coming from inside the runner.
Blast! We're dipping awfully low. Getting a bit soggy in here, chums.
Hold on, we're sinking. You've got to be kidding.
Bail the water. You two, help us.
What? You can't just order us. Oh, this bloody rust buckets.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
It was a long day yesterday, huh? I'm glad that we lived to see another morning. I'm very happy that we survived and are still afloat. After bailing all that water out, 'twould seem that my poor back was a casualty of the incident. You really came through in a pinch, I must say. All thanks to you that my dear girl is well and safe. We must repay those old bones of yours for their sterling service.
You're right.
Too true. Maybe a day off would get those brothers to lighten up a bit too. How about it, darlings? Let's take a day just to relax and watch the ocean.
Come on.
We managed to defeat the monster, so why not thank everyone for their efforts? Times like this, people tend to open up more. Like who? Who would want to talk to us? Well, not you, for instance. Actually, there may be someone who would want to talk to us. If we can find her. What are you doing in here?
Damn.
You really fixed that hole in the runner. Well, we were sunk for sure. How long have you been there for? Well, whatever. I think we managed to pull things off yesterday, eh? Sure, let's talk. Talk? With me? Even though I'm here to keep you online. Sure. Let's go topside. We're paying if Del saw.
Sam?
Got nothing to say to you. Del says I'm to keep me trap shut around you unless I got something worth talking about. Oh. Well. Actually, there is one thing. Thanks for saving my brother. Let that go unsaid. Still, it's a real miracle. This is some weird ship.
What the?
I mean, why the hell is it so small? It keeps shaking and creaking like it's about to fall apart. The bigger craft you could have just rammed into the sea beast head on, eh?
Maybe.
I mean, be fair. We even going to make it to Virga Island? Are you feeling anxious?
Huh?
What? No chance, mate. Lord Luis's runner is nothing like this one. Even when it's flying as smooth as you like. I can flop down on beds and sprawl out easy. Not so much this ship. Heard stories from some sailor lads. These seas are connected to hell, they say. Sounded like superstitious talk to me, but... Who was that monster yesterday? That wave. See those white crest waves out in the distance? But that means the ocean currents got to be swirling up a storm out there, yeah? It's a portal to hell. Got to be. That means monsters are probably crawling out there even now. I'd give any man the shivers. Ugh. I should have done more swimming practice. Del warned me. He's always right about this sort of thing.
Well...
You really seem to trust your brother a lot.
Yeah.
Well, Del's the boss around here. Del's the boss here. You keep your mouth shut about me being scared of the ocean, got it?
Yeah.
This ain't a bribe to shut your mouth up or anything, but... Yeah. Take it if you like. The Parapus charm. People say it's a good thing to have on you. Everyone from my hometown could tell you that. Though this one's just a novelty shop knockoff course. Used to have a real one, but I lost track of it after some fight. Dale gave it to me when I was younger. It was smaller than that one. I can still remember how happy I was to get it. Crap, I ran my mouth. Are we making camp soon?
Hey!
And not one word of this to Del. No, not about the charm and not about me. You step out of line, and I'm going straight to Lord Luis.
As the clear surface gives way to the glassy ink of darkness, the gauntlet runner reaches a remote island. The party gets a good night's rest, grateful for the still land that does not sway them at its whims.
What to pick?
Phew. Finally done spending our nights at sea. That much is true. What about you? We'll be hitting Virga Island tomorrow, yeah? You say you want to be useful to Count Luis? Then you better put in the work. And remember, we'll be watching. Who else is available to talk? Besides the imagination route. Anybody in here? No. Oh, are there any books? Juna added a few. Not now. Top secret poetry. Do not read. Well, I guess that means I'm going to read it. Probably something Juna wrote herself. It says not to read, but doesn't that just make you want to look inside more? Shall we spend some time reading this book? Sure! Clusters of cryptic phrases and abstract drawings fill the pages. Was this written in some sort of trance? The difference between moonlight and starlight, the difference between me and you, the difference between love and romance. Inquiries like these flood the pages. I don't know why, but reading through this has got me in a cold sweat. Shivers running down my spine. Well, we can certainly say that artistic expression is a serious business for Juna.
All right.
Still more left in the book. Guess I'll pick it up here next time.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Luis has sent an emissary to Verga Island.
As reported by a crier, it's the elder boy who brought Joanna to the judging.
So he stands with Luis then. No doubt he seeks Dracodius.
A gambit to steal the public's gaze, perhaps. Taking a prize from the only land beyond the church's reach. Laughable. The reason we leave those barbarians alone is that we've nothing to gain from them. Your Eminence?
Merely a passing thought.
Let him chase the lance. It changes nothing. With the dawn of Saints' Day, your Eminence's authority will be unshakable as the mountains.
As long as we tell the public that these divine relics truly originated in Sanctism, yes, that should do. The candidates gathered at the Saints' Day Festival will be under the protection of the King's magic. Some of them may use that as a shield to sow violence and discord.
I am aware, Your Eminence. Please, leave everything to your humble servant.
Oh-ho!
And so, a long sojourn at sea will come to an end today. We should arrive. Okay. Seems like the weather will be hot and humid. I'd like to hope we could pop in. You know what? Hold on. So our long sojourn at sea will come to an end today. It arrived around noontime. But we should make the preparations to berth beforehand. Seems like the weather will be hot and humid. I'd like to hope we could just pop in, grab the lance, and pop right back out. I'd be lying if I said I didn't wish the same, but we'd best prepare for a long stay. This island is infamously insular and closed off. Our welcome will not be a warm one.
Then...
Maybe I should take a nice cold shower before we arrive. We don't even know if there'll be real inns there for us to stay in.
Narrowly escaping the threat of the sea monster, the party rides the currents of the inland sea to their destination, Verga Island. Verga is a word given to the island by the mainland, meaning uncivilized. But its inhabitants give this name no purchase. Put another way, we are trespassers from a country that has unilaterally regarded the islanders as heretics. To forget this is to invite pointless conflict. As though it knows it is unwelcome, the gauntlet runner glides silently onto the island's less populated rear shore.
I can't take this heat. It's enough to cook a man alive.
All my air fur is stuck together.
Do we really have to go this way? There was a beautiful beach just over there.
Chin up now, milady. Easy to get a good backstab when you're coming up behind him, see?
There will be no stabbing, back or otherwise. Honestly.
It's at least true that coming at them head on would only alarm them. First, we need to find out where this lance is.
You can bet the runner won't be spotted here, eh? Got the wide ocean on all sides. The old girl's not exactly unscathed from the beastie's clutches, so I'll stay back for a spot of repairs. Good luck on the lance hunt, what?
Who's there? Are you from the outside?
What's wrong?
Just my imagination, I suppose.
Are you sure you're okay?
All that salt air gets your head. Our chances out here already aren't looking too good.
So, how do we find this lance?
Ideally, we blend in with the locals, gather information. But if they really are all Mustari, that might be a bit tricky. Let's see. To start with, we could try staying hidden and observing the village from afar.
Sounds like a right hassle. How many days would you have us playing hide and seek?
Fair point. How long can we actually stay on this island?
Well, given the deadline for arriving in Altabury, it would be best to get the lance and leave by September the 5th.
The sooner we're out of here, the better. Let's go.
Hey, does this place look familiar to you?
We may be a bit lost.
You're kidding! We can't afford to get lost on some godforsaken island! This is a disaster! Oh, I'm sweating through my outfit. And these weird bugs. I've had enough!
What I give for a snack and a cold tub to dunk me head in.
Need you voice every little complaint? You are not the only ones enduring this trek.
Quiet a moment. Running water nearby. Sounds like an open space. Could be a natural spring of some kind.
What? Really? Let's head that way.
Phew. I suppose we might as well if we're lost.
Whoa! It's drinkable. Much clearer than the capital's water, too.
Oh, brilliant. I could use a dip to get the salt off me.
Who are you? Can you hear me? Then surely you must be a messenger of the dragon god.
Is something amiss?
I'm imagining things.
Could it be a villager?
You must be the...
Priestess!
Hey, Del, let's go.
Mainlanders! You're not of this island!
Wait, listen!
Seize them!
Ah!
Behave yourselves. Now, you're a candidate for the throne, are you not? Here to steal Dracodias, no doubt. And not content with that, you befouled the priestess's cleansing pool. We need hear nothing further. You shall all be executed.
Fastest trial I've had.
Calm down. First off, you can't kill a candidate. Have you not heard of the king's magic?
You beg for your life in vain, wretch.
Hail, I'm told the priestess is ready.
Accept your fate. You're not getting out either way.
What do we do now?
It seems the brothers have fled. Perhaps they've gone to report to Neurus.
I doubt it. Those thugs are here for the lance alone. They care nothing for us.
We can work with that. Can't return without the lance anyway. But I'd rather see if we can break ourselves out instead of counting on them to save us.
By the way, anyone else find it strange that they recognized a candidate at a glance? I wasn't expecting news to travel this far.
Probably my fault, I'm afraid. They had a lot of questions, and they weren't, gentle about asking. Well, fancy meeting you here.
What did you do this time?
Oh, you wound me, sir. I was hoping the word of the Crown Theocracy might be worth something here. Turns out, they prefer chains to questions.
But why are you here?
Why else? I heard some helpless, boneheaded twit of a candidate crossed the waters of Verga Island, so I, naturally, had to follow. I'd thought stowing away on that Mastari candidate ship might get me safely on the island, and, well...
And now who's the helpless twit? This is ridiculous! Why would a crier go to such lengths anyway?
Seemed as good an opportunity as any. I wanted a peek behind the Sanctus curtain, see what the truth really is. For now, we may as well be patient. You'll have your opening soon enough. The people here, well, you'll find they aren't as monolithic as they'd like.
Have you heard? The Sanctus Church has ordered its adherents to seize all divine relics.
Those zealots go too far. Surely this must be the reason for the Dragon God's wrath.
Don't be alarmed, everyone. Please remain calm.
Master Adeni.
There are trespassers upon our island, from ships other than the trade vessels. But we have already captured them. Reportedly, one is a candidate, and one is a crier from the Sanctus Church. They seek Dracodios, the lance of the Dragon God. Until now, the Church has hesitated to intrude in our homeland. We can only assume they are making their move.
I knew it. They think they're untouchable. No offense is beneath them.
That damned Borden. He's not just after our relics. He would silence us forever.
Master Adeni, put them to death! Let us see justice served!
Wait! Our captives have done nothing to hurt any of the islanders.
Why do you hesitate? If they would pervert our dearest beliefs, then they deserve only to be sacrificed. Our livestock are all maddened by disease, our seas are infested with grotesque horrors, and now even our fields lie dead and fallow. The Dragon God must be appeased, else we shall never survive his wrath. It has been our way since time immemorial. When disaster strikes, we offer a sacrifice to the Dragon God that he might ease our woes. It is the most basic of our teachings.
Everyone calm down. All this talk of justice, of sacrifice.
Master Adeni, would you see us repeat the tragedy of the past? With all respect, you abandoned your chase for the throne. You returned to your rightful home. Surely you have accepted that our traditions are the only way. Because of your indecision. Because you faltered in your faith to the Dragon God. Your father and mother both.
I will have silence.
Master Adeni, please. The sacrifice. We cannot simply suffer in silence.
My brother, do not fear. I have just purified myself for the spring. I'm ready to serve as our people's sacrifice.
Yufa.
I am a priestess. I have known from birth that my life's greatest impact would be as an offering to the Dragon God. Indeed, it brings me great pride. I can serve my village in a way the priestesses in times of peace could not. If our island might be saved, I will gladly give my life for it.
Oh, bless you, Priestess Yufa. We will not forget your sacrifice.
This will surely appease the Dragon God. You are our last hope. Priestess Yufa, our salvation, our future.
Prepare the ship. I will accompany her to the altar in the Dragon Temple, where Dracodios rests.
You catch that? The Dragon Temple? Sounds like that's where we'll find our lads.
I did a bit of reading on Verga Island once. Army reports say it's surrounded by an archipelago, otherwise uninhabited. And one of them islands is nothing but a massive temple.
Not another soul on them? Strange lot, these pagans. Gotta be bloody stupid to build your big important temple out where nobody can get to it.
Could be. Or maybe they weren't the ones who built it. Either way, we'll need a ship.
Sounds like we better hurry and bail our new crewmates out. All this stink in the square probably means less guards on duty. Ugh. Come on, Del, we can't leave him high and dry. The fair lady Juna likes him, don't she?
And the fair lady's the only one we have to rescue.
Awful cold, Del.
Not getting attached now, are you? You knew going in they might be our traitors. Look, you want to work together, then let me do the thinking, right? I've got all this under control. Ugh.
Hey, Del, you're not still hurting from the sea battle, are you?
I'm fine. We'll wait till nightfall. Shadowy business, all this. Lady Juna. Let's get those bindings off. Easy does it now. Calm down, you amateurs.
Oh, thanks. I'd hoped you'd come back for us.
We know where the lance is. Let's move.
Wait, aren't you going to untie the others?
We're your bodyguards, not theirs.
What? Since when do you follow orders to the letter?
I've already told you we can't trust these people, and now it's clear we can't even trust them to protect you.
He did a fine enough job saving your life out at sea.
Del!
He's one of us now. Lord Luis gave him direct personal orders, and you'd still leave him to die. I promised Lord Luis I'd keep an eye on him too. If you get him killed, I'm the one who's failed.
Hear, hear. 3 appropriately stealthy cheers for cooperation. And I'd be very much obliged if some generous spirit could get me untied too.
Ugh, better to let a church leech rot. You're annoying, and you talk too much.
Haha, yeah, I get that a lot. Funny thing though, I get more chatty the more distress I'm in, and I'm quite beside myself here.
We could just shut him up permanently.
No, Del. We don't want to leave a mess. If things get dicey, we've got some meat shields at the least, eh? Gonna need all the manpower we can get if we want that lance.
Is the lance somewhere dangerous?
Well, about that. Turns out this dragon god might be a bit more real than we thought, and more bent out of shape.
They're sacrificing some village lass to it, and the crowd was scared stiff besides. We can't rule out that this dragon's more than a folktale.
So we're to face a dragon? Well, that's just lovely. Untie everyone this instant. Or do you fancy better chances with fewer swords?
Oh, fine, I get it. Just give me a second. Oi, kid. Don't make me regret this.
Nice to be back on the team.
You're completely mental, you know that. Just don't drag us down. Fine, just get over here and I'll let you loose. Oh, you're going last. Considering the size of the island, there's only the one settlement. The chief's young, too, goes by Edeni or something.
Edeni? Was he not the Mastari candidate we met before? I'd no idea he was this island's ruler.
He and the sacrificial maiden are headed for the temple on one of the deserted islands. That's where we find the lance. Oh, and the girl marked for death is his sister.
His own sister?
Something about appeasing the dragon god's anger. All these islanders worship it, and they say the calamities come from its fury.
Is that true?
Course not. Just don't know whether all this superstition is rooted around an actual dragon or a made-up one.
Fair point. I'm curious about this Draco Dios being a divine relic myself. If it was found in that temple, then the temple's probably an ancient ruin. Might be the perfect den for a dragon.
Should this creature exist, mortal sacrifice is beyond all reason. No torment is worth taking an innocent life for.
Oh, that's rich from a fallen knight. You think nobody makes sacrifices out there in the real world? Or is all that below you, eh? You ask me, I say at least these people are doing what needs to be done.
Huh, fair enough. Though it would seem beyond the pale, it is not our scale of morality that measures them.
Yet I refuse to stand idly by while innocent lives are at stake.
Who cares about what they do with their lives? We're here for the lance. Got enough problems without you trying to fix theirs.
These people offer up their very lives for peace. They'd only ever told me these lands were wild and uncivilized, but it's like seeing sanctism reflected in a mirror.
We'll get the spear, of course, but we won't let anyone die. That should be good enough. We've been saying it since the beginning. We help anyone in need, no exceptions. Right, my friend?
Yeah, of course.
That settles it.
Indeed. 'Tis the path we've chosen. Let us withdraw to the Sea Runner first. It shall bear us across the waters to this temple island.
Go on. Give them a chance.
Please, help my sister.
Wait, he's...
Please help my sister Yufa. The temple full of Makla.
Pull yourself together, man. He's barely breathing.
Did he just say Magla? I wonder what happened.
We need to get him to the Gauntlet Runner. No, 'tis too deep a wound for its capabilities. To the village, then.
What, are you mad? You just broke yourselves out of that damned place.
We cannot leave him to die.
I don't understand you lot.
No, this could work out for us. He's the island's chief, right? If we save his life, the whole village might come around on us.
What are you talking about? We already know where the lance is. All we have to do now is take it.
And how about this? I'll follow him because I'm assigned to keep an eye on him. And you have to keep an eye on me because you're my bodyguards, right?
Fine. Be my guest. But if it comes down to you or the lance, you know I'll have to take the lance. Whatever happens, I can't trust anyone but my family. And my Lord Luis.
Well, Batlin, looks like you'll have to repay the favor a bit earlier than expected. Go tell Neurus what's going on. To be honest, it's possible we won't make it back.
Getting a bit messy, this. Not that I mind. Consider the favor returned. The Gauntlet Runner's just further down, right?
Right. We'll carry this man back to the village. Give me a hand.
Where am I?
Chief!
I'm still alive.
You're in one of my spare rooms at the inn.
You see, these people brought you here.
Wonders never cease. It's you. But you were being hunted. How did you manage to return safely?
2 of my companions acted as decoys to draw the soldiers away. That was all it took for us to sneak in.
Chief, what happened? Where is your sister?
We made it to the temple, but the air was thick with Magla. Some of the island's beasts have turned feral.
You mean the melancholia set in?
They made short work of our guards. Yufa and I were separated. I was the only one who fled to the sea.
My word. Then we need to gather more troops. If we don't act, the ritual...
No. Our soldiers cannot stand against those horrors. We'd only be sending more to their deaths.
But...
Then we can do the honors. We've our own reasons to see the lance, and such monsters do not frighten us. But there's something I need to ask you first. Assuming we find your sister, what would you have us do with her? Are we ensuring you complete the sacrificial ritual? Or are we bringing her back?
Please, bring her home. When we left for the Temple Island, I'd intended to let Yufa escape. But when I saw no fear or hesitation in her eyes, I faltered. That's when I realized. It's not just the fate of the island that we've placed on her shoulders. She's been trying to bear all our fears and anxieties. Her life is in your hands. Even if her sacrifice would save us, I don't care. Please, save her from the curse we've placed on her.
Well said. Spoken like a true leader. Leave it to us. I pledge we will see her safely returned. You've no objections, I trust, Captain?
Yes. Let's get her back.
Right. We're not in the business of abandoning people.
Right. We'll save your sister. In return, though, would you be willing to lend us Dracodios?
So be it.
What? That is the very symbol of our faith!
If they've the strength to overcome the Templars' trials, then they could have already taken the lance for themselves. Yet still they seek permission. I trust them. It seems like they really do believe in what they say.
But they're not like us. They're outsiders.
It doesn't matter what tribe they are. They're people just like us. If the race on the mainland taught me anything, it's that.
Wait, it'll take more than a day to save her, right? Not to be morbid, but will your sister survive that long?
She knows those halls better than I do. If she's found a safe enough chamber, she can stay out of sight. And I made sure to bring food to the temple when we left. She could survive for even 4 weeks. Yufa is a priestess. She knows her life is too valuable to the ritual not to keep going. Your offenses will be pardoned. Anything you need, I'll try to provide. So please, save Yufa.
Well, glad we talked our way out of being thrown back in a cell. This place is rather cozy, especially compared to a prison.
To be free of the bugs is its own comfort.
Wait, weren't you staying in Brylehaven? What kind of rundown hovels do you board in?
Finally, we may come and go as we please. Even if we must bow to Luis's whim, we need not draw the same ire.
I know, right? But lifting the prince's curse will only be the beginning. The public has to recognize him as the rightful king too.
Considering the road ahead, it might do to help as many people as we can while we hunt the lance. And ideally, keep the other candidates in check too.
All done with negotiations, are you?
I don't know what we'd do without you. It's amazing how you can lead those guards on such a long chase and turn up none the worse for wear.
No one alive can catch a couple of platypus lads in the woods.
Our job's to get the lance. I assume that hasn't changed?
Well then, let's lay out our situation. Our destination is the Dragon Temple, built on a nearby deserted island. Once there, we search the temple for the divine relic, Dracodios. And while we're in there, we'll also be looking for the village priestess, Yufa.
The hell we will. I thought we made it clear we were here for the lance.
According to Edeni, the lance's actual place in the temple is a close-guarded secret, known only to the priestess herself.
Never simple, is it?
We've got 2 problems to worry about. Firstly, by now, the temple's positively awash with melancholia. We should expect monsters, and lots of them. And secondly, there is a possibility that this dragon god of theirs is an actual living, and therefore angry, dragon.
Hope we don't have a battle like that ahead of us. But we'd better make sure we don't lose if we do.
And be quick about it, yeah? If you miss your deadline, Lord Luis will assume you're all traitors.
That puts our deadline in 17 days. Beyond that, we can't say if the priestess would survive.
Your pardon? You all, you're going to save Priestess Yufa?
Wouldn't have to if you hadn't sent her to die.
Yes, I know. You're exactly right. But you have to understand, not everyone here wanted sacrifice. To see a girl her age going willingly to die. She's as young as my own child. It's not right. So please.
We will see the girl safely home. You have our word.
It's a strange irony. We came only for the lance, but even that pursuit has earned us a chance to save a life.
Oddly familiar. You sought me intent on capture, and instead convinced me to join you. You have a knack for opening doors others have closed.
Well, let's get some rest for tomorrow. Getting lost in the wild and captured by soldiers really takes it out of you.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
We gotta prep. But
Well, looks like we got our work cut out. So, next time on Metaphor ReFantazio, we prepare to enter the Dragon Temple. See you guys then.